and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be giving you a review of the vegan Power Pro protein and in the flavor the iced oatmeal cookie. So this vegan Power Pro protein is a relatively new line from PHORM. They came out with their vegan Power Pro probably, I want to say, almost less than a year ago, maybe a year ago. And they've had like the basic flavors like the chocolate vanilla, and I hadn't tried it just because I'm not vegan and I prefer whey protein generally. In the past, different vegan proteins that I had, texture wise weren't my favorite, flavor wise didn't wow me. And a lot of them lack some of the essential amino acids that you need for protein synthesis to occur. So this means for your body to utilize that protein to recover and to build new muscle. So I was super excited to try this product because, number one, like I said, I hadn't had the best experiences. And when I saw it was iced oatmeal cookie, like the picture here alone did it for me. Like, these are so good. So I had to try it and I was super excited. The vegan Power Pro is a pea protein isolate, I believe. Pea protein isolate, and they also use rice protein. So if you're somebody who is bothered by soy or dairy, which is not included in this product. There's no soy, no dairy. So if you are vegan and you are avoiding those two things, I would totally recommend looking into this as a product to take, because I find it pretty difficult to find proteins that are vegan on the market that don't have soy. So the cool thing about the product is it has a phytonutrient blend, it has a greens superfood complex, and it also has a digestive enzyme. Whenever I tried this the past few days, I did not notice like any discomfort in my digestion. I'm not normally bothered by soy or dairy, so I definitely don't really have a sensitivity to like rice protein or pea protein at all, but it really sat well in my stomach. It was very light, not super heavy. One thing that I also found super impressive about this product was the calorie macronutrient breakdown. So one scoop is 100 calories, it has 19 grams of protein and 3 grams of carbs. So what they did that a lot of vegan protein brand or proteins don't have is a super high level of amino acid. Vegan Power Pro has like the highest quality of vegan protein sources in order to make sure that you're getting in those 19 grams of protein, and also to make sure it has a higher amino acid profile as opposed to other brands. It also has a greens enzyme complex, a phytonutrient complex, and a digestive enzyme complex, which is so helpful if you are vegan, because as many of you know, if you are vegan or if you are not vegan, maybe you're thinking about being vegan, it can be difficult to get in certain vitamins and minerals that you might be missing out from dairy products or meat products, and you often have to supplement with those, which it's awesome that Vegan Power Pro kind of covers that for you, so you can take the protein and not necessarily have to worry about taking a ton of extra supplements. It helps to kind of fill that void a little bit for you. So that is just a little breakdown of what the supplement has. Now I want to go into like my review of it with taste, flavor, things of that nature. So I do want to start by talking about what their recommended directions are. So for females, if you want this, you want to have this pre-workout, they recommend like half a scoop with water. For post-workout, they recommend 1 scoop of this with half a scoop of ignition. So if you have tried PHORM's post-workout stack before, which so many of my clients have and they're loving, and it's something I've been taking for like 2 years now. It is a hydrolyzed whey and a fast digesting carbohydrate, which is ignition. But the hydrolyzed whey is obviously a whey protein. So if you're vegan and you are trying to avoid dairy products, whey protein, soy, things of that nature, then you can have the Vegan Power Pro with just half a scoop of the fast digesting carbohydrate, which is ignition. So whenever I first opened up the package and smelled the product, it was very, very sweet, and it has like a hint of that like oatmeal, cinnamon, like cookie scent at the end. And whenever I mixed it with just some almond milk, because I don't normally mix all my proteins with water unless I'm like leaving the gym and it's my post-workout protein, then I will mix it with water. But if I'm having a protein shake or something, I generally like to mix it with almond milk. I think it just makes it a little bit creamier, and so I was mixing it. It is definitely like a thick protein. So I have a milk frother that I use to mix protein up with, except its battery is really low, so it was like not mixing very well. Definitely like took me a little bit longer to mix, so I would have just resorted to like a clean shaker cup if I had one right now, and you know, shaken it up, and that would have done the job. Very, very thick compared to whey proteins. This is just because it is like a rice protein and pea protein kind of like isolate, so those generally are a little bit thicker in texture than whey is. Once I mixed it up and took a sip, it was so incredibly sweet. Like, you're almost shocked that there are 3 grams of carbs in it, because the flavor is just very like powerful and very strong, and it doesn't taste like bland or flavorless at all, which I've experienced with some like vanilla vegan proteins in the past, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. Also, as I said before, when it comes to carbohydrates, with the Vegan Power Pro, you really can't beat it. Like, 3 grams of carbs for 1 scoop is way better than most of the vegan proteins that I've tried out on the market. They normally have like upwards of 10 to 12 just because of the protein sources that they have to use. They can't necessarily get like an isolate of it, or they just have higher amounts of carbohydrates in the protein. Once I was mixing it up and I was drinking it, the flavor is definitely, compared to whey proteins, it's a little bit more chalky, which all vegan proteins generally are, in my opinion. That's the best way to kind of describe it. It's not gross, it's just like a thicker, chalkier, maltier flavor and texture kind of, which I enjoy, and I think that this will mix really well in some yogurt, make it like really thick and flavorful. If you have plain Greek yogurt, that would be an awesome way to pack in tons of protein, or even just in a banana smoothie with some peanut butter, this protein, almond milk, ice, like so good. That's what I'm actually about to have today after this video. I really enjoyed the flavor. Like I said, the texture is nice and thick. I did enjoy that, but I do just want to put that out there. If you are someone who has always drank like whey isolates or just whey protein, and you're not used to that thicker texture consistency that most vegan proteins have, I would totally recommend trying this to you if you are on the market looking for a vegan protein. I think that it is amazing because it has a complete amino acid profile. It is super low in carbohydrates, high in protein. You get 19 grams of protein for 1 scoop and only 3 grams of carbs in 1 scoop. So even if you wanted to do 2 scoops to get in more protein, you'd only be getting 6 grams of carbs, which is still a lot less than most vegan proteins have. Most vegan proteins will have upwards of like 10 to 12 carbs in like 1 scoop. So you're really getting like the best bang for your buck when it comes down to like the carbohydrate protein ratio. This protein ratio is really, really high. And it, like I said, it also has those blends, antioxidant blends, the digestive enzyme blends, so that you can kind of fill that gap in your diet if you are following a vegan diet. It is super easy on the stomach. The flavor is really great. It is very, very sweet, and you can taste at the end that like cinnamony oatmeal kind of like frosting taste, which I really enjoyed, and I thought it was a super pleasant protein to drink. So if you would like to check this protein out or give it a try, I will link it in the description box down below for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see reviews of other supplements, other products, whatever the case may be sure to leave that in the comments section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.